Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Jumplight Odyssey. We're going to try and expand our produce farm today. Things are in a pretty good place. We're still low on... How did we get to a negative composite? Who's done this? I'll sue. I swear to God we were a positive composite at the end of the last episode. Watch, I'll go back and look at it, and it's like, oh no, you were -3 the whole time. That room is loud as hell. Anyway, that thing needs to be priority number 1, actually. Or maybe the power is priority number 1. Let's prioritize this guy. Oh, you know what it was? If we go down to the lower deck here... Oh no, we deleted the... I don't know. Who knows, man? We'll figure it out. Before I get trapped in the... in spending all of my limited amount of brain power on expanding the produce farm, let's send out our shuttles. Multiple people have said we should go get more folks to operate our ship. So we're gonna send out this other non-damaged ship to go gather some more people. Part of it is we have a lot of shuttles going back and forth that need manning. Plus we just have a lot of stuff that is being built. That was weird. I saw a person floating in the air. So, I'm going to teach you a little trick. Maybe this isn't that great of a trick, but I thought I was clever. So I want to teach you something about this room. So we want to expand this room, partially because people have brought up the later crops that we never even got to look at really in the last ship because we blew up. But later on we get these access to potato and tomato and corn and orange, and both of these, actually all 4 of these, are more water efficient than either the wheat or the rice. Or even if you go back and look at the beans and mushrooms and peas, and algae takes 5, but that's its own special thing because it produces biomass. But these are producing lots of produce without a lot of water. They do take plastic, which we are in limited supply right now. I'm not sure how we got down to -12. Well, anyway. So what we want to do is, in order to build any of those special crops, we already have the expanded seed bank, but we'll have to get aeroponic for tomato and potato. And if we want to go all the way for corn or oranges, we need to get the exotic seed banks. And you need to have all 3 of those, kind of like the printer upstairs, in order to have the access to those later crops. In order to have enough space to have all those seed banks at the same time, with like ample space for the crops as well, I need to expand this room. And in order to do so, without shutting power off to this room, I'm going to expand around that, like making a pillar in the room essentially. It just costs metal to expand the room. And by doing it this way, you keep power and oxygen flowing while expanding the room. And then what we can do is, once we have, like, you know, excess resources that we want to dedicate to this, we'll build another power and oxygen generator on this wall. So the room will be effectively double powered, but then we'll go back and delete this block, rebuild it with to fill out the whole room, and then you have a whole room that has power the whole time, instead of cutting power off to any of these things over here. So we'll let that run. Not sure where our composites went. I remember last episode having like a series of misadventures trying to get enough positive composite to be able to build this dang thing over here. But we have enough materials in en route to build that guy. We have -3 for this one. Is there something else that's like sucking our composites away? I don't know what it would be. Because how would we end up with -12 if the only thing pending is like a build that only needs three more? Is there something I accidentally queued over here? Doesn't look like it. Weirdo game. Anyway. First bug of the day, maybe. Who knows? Let's see. How are our people doing? So people are feeling isolated. Our pig has grown human legs. What is wrong with this creature? You guys seen this monstrosity? Ham the mascot. Are you happy now? He's stable and off duty. He's still hungry. He's got hygiene and connectedness, but he's no longer like stinky. What do we need to build here? Deconstructing unnecessary materials. Delete objects in build mode to regain the portion of the resources used to construct them. Delete an object. We've already done that? Maybe we'll do that in due time, Constructobot. Alright, I think this was our survey mission. Indeed it was. Or no, that was that the save people? Oh yeah, they successfully saved some people. Good job, team. The survey mission is back. You guys are still beat up. I'm not sure why. Promise was fulfilled. Our hope has increased to full. Look at all these folks. Oh, you're just normal people. All right, there's a couple like crew folk, but you guys are useless. I think it was Lady Mecca that said that maybe it takes them time to like acclimatize to the ship, and then eventually they'll get jobs. I don't know if that's true. As far as I can tell, they're just derping around in my ship. But maybe, yeah, maybe I'll take a mental note right now. We have 13 civilians on board. If we ever see a decrease in them, and we haven't killed any of them, you know, positive things have happened. All right. Now, this shuttle is in mint condition. We need to send you out to see if you can't... Ah, it fixed itself. It went back to +3. I don't know why it does that, where it bounces around sometimes. We need to see if we can't send you out to go salvage opportunity. Do any of you spacecraft resilience, crew resilience, mission speed, and minus success chance, and then crew resilience? So we're gonna send a full Marine squad here to hopefully improve our chance at succeeding at the salvage opportunity. It's a +15, so it's a 75% chance. It's still a 1 out of 4 chance that they fail. But I'm hoping they bring it back, because I think we need that composite to be able to build the nuclear reactor. And we are slowly hemorrhaging power. One thing that somebody pointed out is I could shut off the power to this room, because it is sucking a lot of power. Like we're at -52. Each of these drains 10 on their own, so this room itself is drawing 80 power. And we're good on water for now, so we might want to actually shut the power off for now. At least until we can build this remaining nuclear reactor. And maybe we could always balance between the two, shut off the water, shut up, and then turn it back on when water starts to decrease. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that, since we're losing 52 per hour. But hopefully those guys come back with the correct stuff. Composite assembler is up and running. This is very good. And we have a positive of metal and plastic. What would be kind of cool in this, maybe this comes in the future, is it'd be nice if you could set these guys to, this room is so loud. If you could set those guys to be producing until you hit a set number. Like, you want to have 20 plastic at all times. You want to have 10 or 20 composite at all times. You want to have 50 metal at all times. And these things won't actually run until you have that negative that you need. So let's go ahead and prioritize building composite, because if we can build the 3 here, then we can get this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Okay, well, whatever. We still need 3 for something. I don't know what's in the works that needs 3 composite, but something needs 3 composite. Anyway, the nuclear power plant is being built. That is great. Now, let's take a look at these better plants. Our produce is in okay shape. We're gonna wanna... Oh, we want to move our power and our oxygen. Let's confirm those. So once those 2 are built, we can delete this cube, and then we can consider how we want our seeds to look. I'm thinking what we want to do is we'll want to do expanded seed bank, and then just like, they're all the same size, so maybe we just run them down the middle of the room so they kind of don't block the path for anybody. So we could do like expanded seed bank here, and then the aeroponic seed bank right next to it, and then you could do the exotic seed bank next to that. Or maybe we only do aeroponic for now, and then we kind of explore using potato? Potato is large produce yield and water efficient, and the tomato has a 35% chance to double your produce yield and is water efficient. I wonder what works out to be better, just like if you were running the numbers. I'm kind of curious. Alright, this guy's bringing that stuff. We'll let him work. We'll delete this cube, and then we'll consider what we want to do with that room. Let's see. What else could we get up and running? How's our biomass doing? It seems like it's decreasing. We'll definitely want to keep an eye on that. Produce is going up again. Metagel is down. We might want to consider getting this other biomass room up and running. I think we should. At the very least, we can queue it up as a greenhouse, because we do have excess metal, so that's fine. The other thing that I want to long-term look at is remodeling this med bay to be something more efficient, so it runs on its own. We've got our other nuclear reactor up and running. We should be at positive power now. Great. That's working exactly as intended. We have this other power room in case, you know, of emergency. Jesus, I hate that room. It's so loud. Now that we have these three up and running, that should be pretty solid for, you know, a while. The other thing I want to look at long term is this room being a water room. We're chewing through a lot of our metal here, but I like having the rooms just kind of like set aside. And what's kind of neat is now we can kind of look at these things. So, or not the large tank, but the water pump, which unlocks water management panel. Or sorry, what does that unlock again? Water cycling, and then this one unlocks Steamworks, which I believe if we go look at... Ah, you failed, you nerds. Well, what are you gonna do? If we go look at the hygiene room, which is just this massive empty bathroom, is very funny to me. If we look here, we need advanced water cycling for the hot tub, which is too big for this room. Like, we could fit it in there, but I have a bad feeling that people are going to get caught on it, because there's some pathing issues with people getting around things. But what I do want to try to do is get this sauna stacked in here. Have you guys ever been in a sauna? I actually really like it. I was in one in Iceland. It was one of my favorite things that we did. But anyway, I want to put a sauna in here. And people said maybe the pig will clean himself in there. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But it does recover health and it depletes thirst. But you need the compressor for that. So the compressor will be the thing that we drop in that other water room. Alright, we're at 0 plastic. We're gaining composites now, which is fun. We can actually build our own composites for the first time ever. How's our power doing? Power is positive. Produce is going down again, so we want to keep an eye on that. Seems like everybody's doing okay. We have a few more isolated people than I'd like, but maybe what we do is examine this room and see if we can't add like a couple poker tables or chests or whatever to help people with that isolation. Is that what I think the poker do? Yeah, connectedness. So those two, I think that's what we'd want to do here. So in that case, we're gonna want to move you out of the way. You're just kind of in the way. Can I move you over here? Maybe I put you in the corner. No, I like to put the beds in the corner. Although, if we put a bed here, a bed here, a bed here, there's still like an empty space there. I don't know, man. Let's just put it right here. Now, if we want to do poker, you need to have the shift schedule. And these both take a composite, and they take plastic, which we have none of right now. So maybe we just move that bench for now in preparation for building some more stuff. We need to really build up more of our resources, especially polymer. All right, get ready for the loud room, especially this guy. Nobody's working on it right now, so maybe we put that on high priority since we're so low on materials right now. Now you, how did you screw up so bad? You had all the options to succeed, and you effed it up. We still have the salvage opportunity. We have 20 minutes? We're just building Jumplight for no reason? Oh, let's try it again. We have the time. Now, you guys screwed it up. I'm gonna swap you out, because you're off duty. But the other two are still fine. Let's send Gladia. Are you doing okay? Jeb? Where is Jeb? Are you down here? Are you Jeb? You are. You have bad health. Don't send Jeb. Jeb could get themselves killed. Send them. Switch to Leisha, and then Damiel, you were the other one on the ship. How's your health doing? Also pretty bad. So let's pick a different Marine who's not already assigned to the ship. We don't have many healthy Marines. Talion, are you okay? Probably. Now, we're gonna try it again. The shuttle's a little beat up, actually. But it'll be fine, he says. Cross your fingers the shuttle doesn't explode. Alright, we have 20 minutes before the Zootopans arrive. We have plenty of time. We're still technically building Jumplight, actually. So maybe we could just plan out, like, a super jump. Actually, the next jump, the furthest jump that we have is already available to us. I don't think we need to be jumping to these rocky moons, since they're technically metal scarce, and asteroids aren't a problem since they disabled them for now. Actually, we might, when that ship gets back, we might consider jumping to this one, because there's 4 salvage missions for metal. Even though we could jump right now, I think we'll let them fly, give them a shot at it, see if they can't bring it back. If it doesn't work out, then we'll jump to the next place and call it good. Now this person, is this a shower? They're sleeping. What is happening over here in this corner? I don't really know. Because when you look at the build plan, it's not actually there. Who knows, man? We don't have any hygiene problems, so I don't really feel like we need to add any more shower cubicles. Especially if the long term is to have... Well, the sauna doesn't actually improve your hygiene, but long term we're going to have other things that might improve cleanliness as well. We do have some people that are exhausted, so maybe we do need to throw down another double bunk. I know we're short on plastic, but we can at least queue it up. Get another bed going. Let's go down and look at the plant room. Alright, we have the extra power going, so now we can delete this extra square. And we'll recover the materials associated with the oxygen and the power at the very least. So you take 1 biomass and produce 4 produce. Rice takes 1 biomass and produces 5, and both of these increase under a grow light. The funny thing about the later plants, the higher tier plants, is they don't have any light preference. So if you look at potato or tomato, they don't care if there's a grow light. But the orange and the corn do. How much space do you take up? Okay, you're like the block. So you take up a 2x3. Whereas the tomato is only a... Oh, this is also a 2x3, but it's in a different configuration. We could be a little more compact with the tomato potato, because you could do one here, and it would, while it's standing in front of the door, it's not blocking the door. Whereas you can only do really one here, and then you can't really fit any more in. I think long term what we want to do is replace all of these, the wheat and the rice, with potato, tomato, and then if we get even further, then we could consider maybe throwing down corn and orange, but we might not even need it if these ones are producing food just fine with less water. It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. I'm not 100% sure there. But I think that'll be our goal here. So we have 5 composites. I guess that's probably what's eating our plastic, is our composite maker does use plastic, uses 1 plastic and 1 metal to make a composite. So, I'm going to throw you there, and then I'm also going to stick the aeroponic seed bank on the other side. I'm just obsessed with symmetry. Sue me. So once this one is down, then we can consider dropping some tomato potato and start messing around with those. So we'll still need some more. Yes! Good job. Are you back on the ship? You are back on the ship. All right, time to jump. Let's go back up to the bridge. We would like to jump here. It's not as efficient for escaping the Zootopans if we jump to this one, or if we had just a little more Jumplight, we could jump all the way out to that one, but we don't right now. So we'll do the best we can. We still got tons of time. We're ahead of them by about 16 minutes. So let's go ahead and cue the jump.
Let's bring that star a little closer, shall we? Punch it.
And then we can send all of our shuttles out
in 5,
to harvest
4,
metals.
3, 2, 1.
And I think I'm gonna shut off the composite generator for now. Actually, I'm gonna let it run until I have 20, because I think the next thing that we might consider building is another Jumplight calibrator, and you need 20 composite for that. So we got 17 just from the shuttle stopping off. Was it you? It was you. So we're gonna leave you for a while so you can unload your crap. The other shuttles we're gonna send out right now. I wish they would repair them. This one's fully repaired. I don't know, sometimes it seems like the people forget to repair their shuttles until, like, something happens. I don't know. Alright, you are ready to go. So let's do survey operation. And we're gonna use this kind of, like, rainbow team. I guess it's a stoplight, is green, yellow, red. And then we're going to send the other 2 for resource extraction. So we have you ready to go. Launch. And we have another resource extraction ready to go. And we're not going to pick this shuttle, we're going to pick this shuttle. Which is not that one, it's this one. So go ahead and launch that shuttle. And then we'll let that other we'll let that other shuttle unload. Get all the materials off of there, and then after, you know, a couple minutes, then we can cycle that one out. It's gonna take a couple minutes to get these shuttles all out of the bay anyway. Alright, how's our biomass doing? Our biomass is decreasing. So I think this will be something that we'll want to prioritize here. Is getting this off the ground. So let's get our... I like to do it just like the same way I set up the other room. So just throw power here. Throw oxygen next to it. Confirm. Is there anything else sucking up resources other than the composite? So the composite has 1 more to go. We'll let this one complete, and then we'll shut that guy down. And then we should be starting to net positive on plastic then. Our metagel's still doing okay. Water is still fine. Power is, I think it's slowly coming back. It was down to 600 at one point, and it's almost to 900 now. So I think it's doing okay. Alright, these two have yet to be made. This one has been deconstructed, but not reconstructed for some reason. You're drinking soda? Are you actually doing anything? Or are you just staring into the void? Look at the dead eyes on this one. Ava, what are you thinking about? Oh, quick! Laura's here. Act cool. Alright, we'll let that roll. Produce is going down again. Are you no longer working? Oh, it's because this thing is busted. Alright, we need to high priority you. I didn't realize these things would stop working if this guy was no longer alive. So go ahead, high priority, get all the biomass. All the stuff should be right here, so like you should be able to move it easy. Alright, instead they're just gonna move. Okay, we got a new guy. Haas has got our back. His knees are backwards, but that's okay. Alright, we've got all the biomass we need. We're waiting on this stuff to literally shuffle across the room to here. Okay, we got a new person. Seiko's here. Alright, Seiko's picked up all the stuff. Moved it about 5 feet, and it's ready to be constructed. Hey, perfect success. Good job, team. I knew I could count on you. Bringing metals into the ship. Very good. Alright, we're gonna get this room up and running. I think we're slowly losing biomass is the thing. But if we shut off the composite cruncher. Hold on. Turn that guy off. Alright. It's slightly quieter now. Cool. Got a new shuttle. They also succeeded. Well done. The one thing I'm wondering about is, like, what the heck do I even do with this giant room? In the comments that we talked about doing security, I know nothing. I have such a bad taste in my mouth about the security, because I built the security room being like, oh, that's neat. I bet that's important. And then it didn't do anything. And it was one of the reasons I think I died so fast in the very first run I did. It's because I sunk so many resources into building the security hub, and then it was useless. But maybe the security hub would be better to drop in. Honestly, I would rather build here first, because it's a little more contained and easier to access with the turbo lifts over there. I'm just not sure. But at the very least, eventually I would like to experiment with the security hub, just so I can, like, figure out what it's even good for, because I've never touched it. Something that's also interesting, if we go look at the power room's up here, upstairs one more, there's a fusion reactor that we could mess around with maybe here. So you could get the advanced energy, and you get the experimental energy panel going. You can drop a fusion reactor, which does 80 power per hour, but consumes water. And then if you have an engineer, it doubles the power. So it's doing 160 on its own, versus a nuclear plant, which is just 100. The thing is, the nuclear plant is really nice because it just does power. Like, there's no resources it needs. It just takes an engineer. They just kind of plunk away at the buttons and power comes out. Alright, we're out of produce because our room shut down for a significant amount of time. Although the expanded seed bank is up and running again. Thank God. Are you stuck, Eva? Are you lost forever? Just staring into the void? Eva, I need you to do something. Let's inspire you and cheer you up with our ham. So Ham is clearly good now. Good to go. He's socializing. Good for him. And people are hungry again. Spacecraft has returned. Got a little more beat up. This one seems no worse for wear. And this one is 100%. So, Let's go view our local missions here. Looks like our survey mission didn't yield any... What are they called? Salvage missions? Where you can get all the materials. So we'll just go make sure we collect all the metal. And then we're gonna reassign this crew, because this shuttle's ready to roll, but the crew is not. So let's just see who's available here. Who's got high health? Let's send Ari. They got some crew resilience, plus they add returns to the mission. It's not a particularly hard mission. So maybe a Marine will go along to improve that chance. Send our supplier to get a little better supply, or a little better returns on the mission. Who else we got here? Yeah, maybe we could spare 2 suppliers since we don't have a lot going on the ship here. And then we'll send this one out. Maybe. View local missions, resource extraction, and then send the stoplight crew. No, not the stoplight crew. This crew. Green, red, green. It's like Squid Game. Red light, green light. Is that old now? Was that last year or the year before? Time flies, huh? Alright, people are starving again. Let's go check out our mess room here. Make sure people are working. I feel like I have to do this every other episode where I have to be like, hey guys, remember to clean and eat. Alright, we got the other bed up and running, so that's good. People are a little less isolated. Only one person is exhausted now. Our real issue now is starving folk. So, lots of composite. While we have the extra composite, let's go to the engine room and let's queue up that calibrator, because that's going to be the most important thing running there. Confirm that. Takes all of our polymer, takes all of our composite. That is fine. We're going to let our polymer maker just crunch away, and then once we have like a healthy amount of polymer again, we'll consider building that as well. Now, we got our seed guy up and running. We'll consider what we want to do next episode. I just realized I'm over 30 minutes. Okay, next time we are going to take a look at our 2 new unlocked plants. So, if you like the video, click the like button. It helps out a lot. If you want to see more Jumplight Odyssey or my other videos that I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But I hope I see you in the next one, and have a good one. Bye, everybody!